So Trump said he was going to get rid of fraud, waste, and abuse. This lady and some other people actually just got hit with letters saying that they owe money back from SNAP benefits. In addition to that, people that are on SNAP actually were kicked off and have to reapply to get access to the benefits. Let's check it out.
So I just got served. I just got served papers from the state of Michigan for $30,188 in welfare benefits that they are trying to tell me I have to pay back. Not only that, it has my 2024 BMW and my 2023 Range Rover as assets. So they're pretty much telling me I have these two vehicles in my name that are worth money that I'm going to have to sell to pay off this debt to the state of Michigan. Somebody reported me to my caseworker, to DHS, where I get my food stamps through, because I wasn't reporting my TikTok income. So now, as far back as January, when I first started making money on TikTok, they are making me pay back every single penny.
I mean, that's what happens when you get online and snitch on yourself. As far as how you are finessing the system, but they're actually making everybody reapply. Let's check it out.
Millions of low-income people to reapply for food stamps as part of an effort to crack down on fraud. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins telling Newsmax that she plans to have everyone reapply for their benefits, but for now it's unclear when or how people would need to reapply. Grace Yarrow standing by. She's a food and agriculture policy reporter for Politico, and she's the author of Politico Pro's daily morning agriculture newsletter. I think my main question here is, what kind of fraud are they talking about?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. So it's not 100% clear exactly what the secretary is planning to do yet. We haven't heard back from USDA when we sent them an email to request more details. Because SNAP participants are already required to recertify their application information every 6 to 12 months. And they're also required to update work history, income, et cetera, to make sure that they're still qualifying for SNAP along the way, or they'll get kicked off the program. So a lot of the fraud that Republicans, including Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, are talking about is cracking down on folks receiving SNAP who aren't working. Or what Secretary Rollins has said is she wants to make sure, and the president said earlier this week, is that the administration wants to make sure that the folks who are receiving SNAP benefits are those who truly need it, in their words. So Republicans have already sought to crack down on error payments, which are just miscalculations from SNAP administrators, et cetera. So we have to stay tuned and figure out exactly what the department is planning on this.
Yeah, Secretary Rollins this week said that 186,000 deceased men and women and children are receiving a check. They say that's coming through SNAP, and they are citing data from 29 states that complied with the USDA's request for information. Grace, did the shutdown shine a light in some way on how much money this program actually costs?
Absolutely. We saw a lot of talk among even the president himself on Fox News earlier this week, talking about how bloated this program has become in Republicans' point of view. I think it's made its way onto the Hill. We've talked to several senators who said they were getting especially a ton of outreach about SNAP. And it was a big conversation on social media, which, of course, in this administration is really important to the president and to Secretary Rollins. We've seen a lot of conservative commentators come out and talk about reforming the program, restricting what SNAP participants can buy, ensuring that the folks who are receiving money truly need it. Of course, USDA has spent decades trying to crack down on how much they're spending and restrict it to just those who truly need help. But I think it's really come across as a renewed call for some reform to the program.
So Secretary Rollins is teasing an eventual announcement to basically overhaul the SNAP program in the coming weeks. Do we know how the administration is preparing for this overhaul? If you could expand on that, what are they researching?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a little bit unclear if this reapplication for benefits is something that the secretary is looking at in terms of her overhaul. Republicans already passed a $186 billion cut to SNAP in their reconciliation package earlier this year. So a lot of the GOP priorities that we've seen come up in agriculture policy discussions in the last few years have already really been passed through that reconciliation process. That includes restricting work requirements, making sure that, just cracking down on folks who have children, changing the age of what they describe as a child to make more people subject to work requirements. So a lot of folks will already get kicked off of the program at that point. So it's not 100% clear yet exactly what else the administration has planned. The reapplication piece could be a key part of that, or some other, new paperwork requirement for folks. What has come across to me in my conversations with Republicans is that their top priority is to make sure that undocumented people and only American citizens are receiving SNAP, which is the current law. But they also want to, address that as well.
So, as far as you know, is any immediate action necessary for any reason for those?
Yeah, they most definitely about to crack down on that. A lot of people about to be SOL. I mean, and just like you saw deceased people. I can definitely see people, committing fraud in that aspect. And even homegirl that owes the 30K, she lucky she didn't get hit with a fraud charge. That would have been a lot worse because you would have been possibly facing jail time. You got to hire a lawyer, and you would have to pay the money back. So she's lucky that she just got hit with just owing the money back. I'm pretty sure they could set her up with a payment plan if she needs so. But yeah, she's most definitely tripping. You're making money off TikTok. You went and bought a BMW and a Range Rover. Instead of investing your money, I mean, come on now. Like people really, but a lot of people are going to get squeezed, especially since they're changing the age of what they consider children. So you're going to have a lot of people get squeezed. They probably get a lot less money or no money at all. And, even if you can work, I think that they should be required to work. A lot of people that work at like Walmart get snapped. A lot of people don't know that. Walmart doesn't pay a lot of money. They pay just enough so that you can make money and still get the benefits, the SNAP portion of the benefit. But definitely let me know what you all think down in the comments about this. I think that, it is kind of messed up that people do abuse the system. And this lady, she overly abused the system. That's crazy.